Looking at an ETF's sector allocation only tells part of the story. Dividend income doesn't depend solely on how much of the portfolio is invested in each sector. It also depends on the dividend yields of the companies within those sectors. In this visualization, we'll break down where DGRO's estimated dividend income actually comes from. Today we're looking at the iShares Core Dividend Growth ETF, better known as DGRO. This ETF currently holds 390 companies, has a trailing 12-month dividend yield of 1.98%, and an expense ratio of just 0.08%. Rather than analyzing every holding, this visualization focuses on the 20 largest positions by portfolio weight. Together, they represent just over 42% of the ETF's total weight and an estimated 44% of its dividend income, giving us a meaningful picture of where the fund's distributions are generated. The first thing that stands out is healthcare. Although it represents only 12.4% of the portfolio weight covered here, it contributes an estimated 14% of the dividend income. Companies like AbbVie, Johnson & Johnson, and Merck combine meaningful portfolio weights with relatively attractive dividend yields, making healthcare the largest income-producing sector in this analysis. Consumer staples follows closely with an estimated 12.3% of dividend income. Procter & Gamble, Philip Morris, and Coca-Cola all provide solid yields while maintaining significant positions within the ETF. One of the more interesting observations comes from information technology. Despite accounting for 9.5% of the covered portfolio weight, the sector contributes only 3.6% of estimated dividend income. That's because large technology holdings such as Apple, Microsoft, and Broadcom generally have lower dividend yields than many traditional dividend sectors. Financials, energy, consumer discretionary, and utilities round out the remainder of the income contribution, with energy standing out as a good example of how even a single higher-yield holding like ExxonMobil can make a noticeable contribution. The key takeaway is that portfolio weight alone doesn't determine where an ETF's dividend income comes from. Income generation is the result of both allocation and dividend yield. Looking at those two factors together provides a much clearer understanding of how an income-focused ETF like DGRO produces its cash distributions.